afternoon, everybody. It's a lovely fall day, so we're out and about. Today's adventure, we're taking you over to Frontenac, and we've got some pretty neat things to show you, some neat little history, bits of history. So, Tony, say hi.
Hi. Glad to have you with us.
And there's Buster. Can you see Buster back there? Yeah, he's all excited too. So come along and hope you have a good time with us.
Well, we're in Frontenac Station right now. We just wanted to stop and give you a glimpse of that. This is an old railroad town. That's an old bank behind me. You can see that the bank's in, disarray. Sure would be nice to see somebody purchase that and restore it. It's a great piece of history. Anyway, the station has long been torn down, and that would have been across the street here. I'll just give you a glimpse of across the street. Now we're going to head on into Frontenac, so come on with us. Well, we decided to have some lunch, so we stopped at Frontenac State Park.
Yep.
It's just a beautiful park. So we kind of picked this off a nice spot to have a picnic because of the view. So
It's really windy today though.
yeah.
So I don't know. Our picnic is probably going to blow right into the lake.
Yeah. We wound up getting a kitten for our microphone, but we'll see how that works.
Yep.
But I'll show you a few views from this park before we leave. So we'll continue on our adventure here after we have our lunch.
Yep.
Well, we're at the cemetery in Frontenac for the Garrard family. This is their plot, their family plot. And we're going to start here, and then we're going to backtrack a little bit to see if we can find some of the houses that were owned by the Garrard family. This is Israel Garrard, Brigadier General. And we're noticing that there's pennies left on some of these stones back here. So if anyone knows the significance of these pennies, please leave it in our comments section. Hi, well, I'm out in front of the hunting lodge that Israel Garrard built with his brother Louis. I believe it was built back in about just before the Civil War. Him and his brother used to come into this area for hunting, and they liked the area so much that Israel decided to build a lodge here. He did go back to Ohio when the Civil War started and enlisted to fight in the Union Army there. After the war was over, he came back to Minnesota to Frontenac, and he spent the rest of his life here. He retired from the Civil War as a brigadier general. Now this home is interesting. We were just talking about Israel Garrard. I think I would have liked to have Israel for my father. Israel gave this house to his son when his son got married, so this was a wedding present to his son. Grand looking house.
I'm standing next to Villa Maria, and the brief history of it is the Garrards gave the land to the Catholic Ursuline nuns, who in turn built this complex, and it became the Villa Maria. It was a Catholic boarding school for young ladies, and it went through until about 1969 when it was struck by lightning, and a large portion of it was burned. Since then, it ceased being a boarding school, but it's been a conference center and wellness center for the last few years. We couldn't drive up into it because the driveway was gated. Alright, we're pretty close to the site of Fort Bournois, and some of the early history of this area is the French built a fur trade center just pretty close to here where the Villa Maria is that we showed you previously, and it was to protect their fur interests. And also in that fort was the first Christian church in this area. It was flooded, and then they built it up a little bit higher on high ground where the actual Villa Maria is. And the story goes that, you know, centuries later when the Villa Maria was built and then when it was burned, they had artifacts from the old Fort Bournois in that building that had burned. So these old artifacts had burned along with it up in Villa Maria. Well, that concludes our adventure in Frontenac.
So what'd you like about it?
You know, I think what I liked is what we just discovered just now is that trail called the Sandpoint Trail. And it looks like something that would be a lot of fun to go and walk with Buster on a nice day.
So we'll have to come back for that.
Mm-hmm. How about you? Anything else that you liked about today?
Well, naturally I liked our picnic at the park.
I forgot about that already.
the view from up there on that bluff
Yeah.
where the Frontenac State Park is just absolutely beautiful. And I always enjoy history, so
Yep.
you know, touring old Frontenac for me is a great big plus.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I guess our journey, our adventure ends here where we're at now,
Yeah.
and we've got a ways to go to get home, so I think we're going to say goodbye. And hey, don't forget to give us a thumbs up.
The bees and Buster say goodbye.
Yeah, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel on YouTube if you want to follow us.
And leave us some comments too.
Yeah, we're up for comments. Always like comments.
Yeah.
So till the next time, bye.
Bye.